Learners, Tyler from 10 Thumbs Pro. Today we're doing a walking bass in the key of blues. All the tabs on the screen, but you can get printable version for this and all our lessons by becoming a Patreon. With new guitar tutorials every single Monday, make sure you hit subscribe if you like this kind of content. While you're down there, if you could hit like, it really does help the video. Thank you so much. Additional links in the description, including my email if you want some one-on-one lessons. Let's do it. Grab the guitar brain attention span, follow me on in, and let's break it down. Okay, so what key are we in? We are in the key of G. That means our one chord is G7. Our 4 chord is C7 and our 5 chord is D7. I will be playing C9s and D9s as I like that shape much more for the A string root. All right, if you don't understand what that means, I'll put a video in link in the description for a video that explains that. You don't need it for this lesson, but it is valuable information as a guitar player to know what chords are you playing in what keys. So, a G7 chord, or 1 chord. The intervals are root, major third, fifth, flat 7. Those 4 notes make a G7 chord. G, B, D, F. Just a regular G chord is a G, a B, and a D. Adding that F transforms your G to your G7. We're going to use those notes specifically to create this vibe. Understanding intervals is a very powerful tool as well. So, I don't know if I've done a video on that yet, but check the description if I have. I'll link it in there too. All right, now, our G, when we're playing blues, our G blues scale has a B flat note, but our G chord has a B note. So we're also going to play on that. We're going to start off 1 and 2. Root note, third interval, flat third interval. This one's from the scale, this one's from the chord, and playing on that difference is a classic blues sound. 1 and 2. From the second beat, we're going to go into triplets. So we're going to play that B note, D note, and then we're actually going to play the E note, which is the 6th interval, but that gives you that sound. So we go 1 and 2 pola, 1 and 2 pola 3. This is our F note, the one that transforms the G into the G7. 1 and 2 pola 3, pola 4. Then we're just going to go down the way we came. 1 and 2 pola 3 pola 4. And that whole riff is one measure. Now, considering that your first 4 measures are G7, you would play that riff 4 times. So we're substituting that for and it functions exactly the same. But it sounds way, way cooler. All right? Now, you could play that 4 times exactly as is, but adding a little bit of variance to it does definitely make it more interesting. So the second time through, we're going to mix it up a little bit. The first half's the same. 1 and 2 pola 3. We're going to get to that third beat the same. But then we're just going to go and 4. And we're going to finish on the D note at the 5th interval. 1 and 2 pola 3 and 4. 1 and 2 pola 3 and 4. Put them both together, nice and slow. You get 1 and tripola, tripola, do. 1 and 2 pola 3 and 4. 1 and 2 pola 3 pola 4. 1 and 2 pola 3 and 4. 4 measures replacing just strumming a G7 or replacing the classic. So we have the riff and it sounds great. An understanding of intervals and fretboards, the reason though I'm saying this is to show you how easily you can recreate this. Our 4 chord, C7, functions by and large the same. We have our root here. The minor third would be 1, 2, 3 frets up, exactly like our G, with the major third 1 above it. Doot, doot, doot. We drop down to the 5th fret of the G string, which is the 5th interval, 6th interval, flat 7. So knowing that, we can play it 1 and 2 polar 3 polar 4, 1 and 2 polar 3 and 4, 1 and 2 polar 3 polar 4, 1 and 2 polar 3 and 4. Just like that, we have our middle 4. Pretty cool, really. Now, again, understanding the fretboard, we have our D note here, and these shapes move. Intervals move the same way scales do. If D's our root, we do 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 do. Find it the exact same way. Root and do 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 do. Root, flat third, third, 5th, 6, flat 7, 6, 5th, and the 3rd. But with the turnaround, we're going to mix it up just a little bit. So part of the fun of the turnaround is when you're connecting your 5 chord and your 4 chord, in this case, our D dominant and our C dominant. Dominant is another way to refer to 7 chords that have a flat 7. You have 2 kinds of 7 chords, major 7, dominant 7. Another lesson for another day, but that's what we're talking about. You can make those chords more interesting by adding other tones to them or other intervals, like the C9 and the D9. Essentially, a D9 is just a D7 with an E note, and a C9 is a C7 with a D note, but it has this cool, funky flavor to it that's really nice. Works great for the blues. So how we connect those chords gives our turnaround something a little bit more flavor, and it's fun to play. 1, 1 and 2 and. No triplets, just eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1. We're going to go 1 and 2 and it's the same intervals, root, flat third, third, 5th, but we're going to stop there. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1. Give that some vibrato. Let's put some stank on it. Then on the 4th beat, back to the D, 4 and 1. 5th fret, 4th fret, 3rd fret. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1. All right, now we're in measure number 10. For measure 10, we're going to do the same as we did for measure 9, but we're just going to stop at the 5th interval. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Nice and slow together, you get 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Boom. Then you're in the first beat of the actual turnaround. Now here you can use any turnaround you want in the key of G. So there's a lot that we could do. Let's just do a simple one. Let's go 1 and hit our G7 on the first beat. 5th interval, we're going to go 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that right there is measure number 11, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Do do do. Again, B flat, that's the note in our scale. B, that's the note in our chord. And that sound is the same sound that we use here. But we're using it in the turnaround, and we're going to go 1 pola. So it's a triplet. 1 pola 2. Okay, so up to there we get 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 pola 2. Rest on that 2, and then we're going to get to that 3rd beat, and we're going to play a D augmented. And this works best if we can not just really stab it, but kind of brush through it a little slower. 3, 4. This chord, 5th fret with your ring finger, 4th fret with your middle, And then your index is going to play the 3rd fret of the G and the B. An augmented chord is when you take the 5th interval and you move it up half a step. It's a jazzy chord, but it sounds great for the 5 chord in a turnaround. So nice and slowly, you would get 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1 pola 2, 3, 4. Then you're in the top. And that's the whole 12 bar with that turnaround. So let's take it from the top, put it together nice and slow, and we're going to count it. Then we're going to play it again with the backing track, and we're not going to count it. But let's count it together right now. 1 and 2 pola 3 pola 4. 1 and 2 pola 3 and 4. 1 and 2 pola 3 pola 4. 1 and 2 pola 3 and 4. 1 and 2 pola 3 pola 4. 1 and 2 pola 3 and 4. 1 and 2 pola 3 pola 4. 1 and 2 pola 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 pola 2, 3, 4. Then you're back in the top. Let's try it with a backing track. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was it. Now you can make your bass go for a walk. When your bass is getting chubby, you say walk bass. When your bass is getting lazy, you say walk bass. When you want a nice arpeggio, you say walk bass. That's right, walk bass. I don't know. Sorry about that. Anyways, have a lovely day. Take care, and we'll catch you next Monday for guitar, ukulele Wednesday, Saturday. Take care. Boom.